I'm speaking to Larissa Dawn, coming out of the band Celestial Ruin, and of course the biggest mover of the lot there, Murder of Crows, and believe me, absolutely stunning song. It is really, really brilliant. And we can't wait to see you guys down here in New Zealand, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. Now, we were just talking a bit about the winter time over there, and we realised that Canada gets quite harsh climates in the winter time, but I was just saying to you, somebody sent us a photo of a snow shovel. Here in Bay of Plenty, we had no idea what that machine was, and we don't get that much snow. In fact, if we get to zero, and you guys being Celsius like us will understand what zero is, we don't get too much below that, if you know what I mean. So we don't get snow here, unless you're down the bottom of the South Island, down in Dunedin, where it snows all the time, even in the summertime. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
I'm ready for spring and summer now.
Well, you know, it is on its way, because summer is starting to decline here in New Zealand. So I can guarantee you that within the next number of weeks, we're going to send you some summer with love from us here in New Zealand. There, how's that sound?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, go down to the beach and have a barbecue with Clyde Hill.
Right, that would be nice. I miss the beach. Too cold right now for any of that.
Well, I tell you what, we're surrounded by water here in New Zealand. Have you ever considered doing some surfing, maybe?
That is something I would definitely be interested in trying.
Nice.
You guys have that horrible, I know in Australia they have one of the most poisonous little jellyfish in the world, and I'm just like, does New Zealand have? Should I be worried about going surfing, about being attacked by poison jellyfish?
We do have jellyfish, yes. They can sting and be very, very unnice, I will admit that. But they're few and far between, believe me. I can't remember the last time I've ever heard somebody absolutely dying from our jellyfish stings, but yep, they can be unpleasant, I will admit that. Usually after a big storm, you see a lot of them coming up out of the ocean and trying to find themselves a little refuge, and get caught up, of course, in the rips and everything like that, and then washing ashore. That's just the nature of the beast, really, to be quite honest with you. But they're not a huge threat, like you can find some of the blue bottles and everything like that coming out of Australia. Yes. But Australia is a far different animal in its own right anyway, if you know what I mean. Colonised by prisoners, would you believe, from Mother England.
I think that's why they put all those poisonous animals over there, was to keep the prisoners in check.
You think the way I do. I like that. Well done. I'll give Australia a bit of stick anytime I can get a chance to do so, because they give me so much stick when I'm over there that I think a return is well deserved. So well done. I absolutely enjoy that. So now we're at the point where we're going to wrap this up right now, but please, Larissa, don't go anywhere just yet, because we've got a couple of small things we're going to ask of you. But I've got to say very, very humbly, on behalf of the staff here at Galaxy 107 FM and all of our listeners, I've got to thank you so much for taking the time out, having an uncomfortable and a pretty informal interview with me. Believe me, you won't have an interview like this ever again, I know that. But at the same time, you'll get prettier looking people to be able to look at instead of me. So there's bonuses here and there. I got to thank Adam for joining us as well, for listening as well, and the rest of the crew, of course. We're looking forward to meeting Mike as well, your good man and husband, and I congratulate you for marrying Mike. And we want to be able to see all of you guys down here in New Zealand. At some stage in the near future, I'm sure Barbara's going to be talking to you again and setting up something where we can actually get you on board a plane and come on over for a bit of a party and have some fun. I am so looking forward to that. So, Larissa, thank you on behalf of us here at Galaxy and New Zealand as of a whole, and everybody listening right now, for taking the time out and listening to us. Looking forward to Celestial Ruin and all their new work in the very, very near future.
Thank you so much for having me.
There you go. Larissa Dawn from the band Celestial Ruin coming out of Vancouver. And believe me, you're going to love them when they come to New Zealand. In the meantime, let's go out with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Science fiction.